Hello and welcome to this episode of Q&A with the Hombre. It's a Monday evening for some people, late afternoon for others, and it's tequila time. Yes, agave spirits time. What you guys sipping? Today I am sipping on some Tequila Ocho, a single barrel añejo. I've got the tropical right here. It's delish. I am enjoying it. So chime in here. Let me know what you guys are sipping on while we're here doing our question and answer session. JB Novak says he's sipping on some Gran Duvejo Blanco High Proof. Delicious stuff. Yes, it is delicious stuff. Sergio Cruz over there at 1414 does a fantastic job. Makes really good stuff. I've always enjoyed anything that comes out of 14. Well, okay, almost everything that comes out of 1414. There's a couple in there that I was thinking, okay, what is he thinking with this? But just most likely, mostly everything that comes out of there is good stuff. All right, don't forget to, if you want to contribute to the channel and help support things along, if you click on that little $ there that's below the chat box on YouTube, you can do what's called a super chat, where it's money that's pretty much, sent to support the channel. And then your comments and questions will stay on the YouTube chat screen for longer. And then you also get priority with your questions and your comments from me when I put them up on screen. If I put them up on screen, if they're appropriate. If they're not appropriate, I will not put them up on screen. Okay?
Absolutely. We do not like anything that's inappropriate and scares the children.
Well,
I don't think there's children watching this. If there is, there shouldn't be. This isn't a children's show.
Just to make that straight, because 21 and over, we're talking now alcohol here. So, all right. So, let's see what we got here. We got Ramos D87. This is he's drinking G4 Blanco. Very nice. You can drink this Blanco for the rest of my life and never get bored. I know, right? There's just so much going on in that G4 Blanco, and Felipe does such a fantastic job with G4. I thoroughly enjoy everything that comes out of there, but the G4, everything comes out of El Pendillo. The G4 is by far my favorite brand, so I do like the G4. This is last sip of El Tesoro Paradiso. Oh, nice Paradiso. After flight of the rest of line, your tip about having the XA with dark chocolate was great. Oh, great, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, it does work good with dark chocolate. It's and that Paradiso is just a fine extra añejo. It's such a special extra añejo. And if you are interested in getting more and want a good price, DM me, okay? And I'll get you a link where you can get it for a really good price. All right, I'll hook you up. All right, according to Steve in Arizona, UPS just dropped off his first Paradiso time. Yes! Open that baby up and enjoy. Paradiso's good stuff. I'll drink salud to that. Salud. This is really good too. All right, Eric Bell is drinking Dolce Vita Blanco 100 proof. Also very good. Not bad at all for a budget brand. Dolce Vita is not bad. I finally picked up some San Matias Tahona Reposado, and it was well worth the wait. I picked up 2 of your shirts. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you don't know, I do have a shirt store online. I normally put the links in the descriptions for the videos. I'll put it in this one later. So if you want to pick up Tequila Hombre shirts, and this is one of them. We're wearing one of them right now. Tequila is the vaccine for 2020. Guaranteed to help 2021 not suck. This is one of my shirts that you can pick up in my store. I've got a few of them, different designs up there. Additive bombs, because people really like the additive bomb thing from the shopping videos. And then I've got, of course, my sign off, the Life is Too Short to Drink Bad Tequila is another shirt I have as well. So thank you, Rondo, for picking up a couple of shirts. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you found that the San Matias Tahona Reposado was worth the wait. I believe it is too. It's a really nice Reposado, and people complained about the prices for the Tahona, and you have to realize, they're picking premium agave for that. They're using a Tahona to crush it, and the Tahona is not the most efficient extraction method to have. It's very inefficient compared to most of the other ones. So they don't get the amount of the yield from it that you would expect. And then they, so they charge a little more for it, and it's well worth the money. Both the Blanco, or all of the Blanco, the Reposado, and the Añejo are all solid. And the Añejo is different than most Añejos. And I really enjoy the flavor profile of it. It's got this beautiful, thick, creamy viscosity mouthfeel to it. It just coats the mouth wonderfully. And then you just get some really beautiful cooked agave with the cinnamon and baking spices in that. And you get nice wood, and the wood's not overpowering the agave at all. It's just a beautiful Añejo. Both the Reposado and the Añejo are beautiful. So you got to like the San Matias Tahona. And if you checked out the live feed I did with Carmen Villarreal, who's the CEO and owner of Casa San Matias, and the and Humberto Ojeda as well, who's the chief communication officer with them as well. They were fantastic. It's a great live feed, so I definitely recommend checking them out. All right, so looking for a tequila not available where I'm at in Chicagoland area. Any tips or on how to get a bottle? You man have talked about this, new to the channel, love it. Okay, well, Anthony, yeah, you can order online. That's the best thing to do, is if you can't find it local, look for it online. I'm gonna all right, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret that I wasn't really gonna release yet, but I'm working on right now with partnering with an online store. Okay, it's gonna be an online store that features agave spirits, but it's like only the well-made, great tasting stuff. We're not putting any of the bad stuff on there, or the additive stuff on it. So anything that you pick up at the store is going to be really good. And I'm working with the guys that I partnered with to make sure that we get really good pricing and good shipping rates and stuff. So I'm hoping to have it up. We're looking like by Friday. We still have some products we're waiting for pricing and stuff on with them. But as soon as I get the news from them that we're going to open it up, we will. And then you guys can actually place orders through that, and I'll, blast it out. I may ask a couple of people, and if you're interested, you can always message me, let me know, do a testing with it. So I'll ask the partners that I partner with, we can do something like give you guys free shipping or something. So you can go in and pick up some bottles that you want, and then you'll get, free shipping on it. So we can kind of test it, make sure everything works right. But, we're probably going to ask you to be patient, because we got to get some things figured out, when the first couple of orders go in. But it should be a fantastic store. So if you're interested in participating in that, DM me, let me know. And we may be able to hook you up with that, where you get to try it and get some really nice tequilas at really good prices. And you'll get free shipping for the first, several people that I picked to test it for us. All right. So if you're interested, DM me and let me know. Okay. All right. So shout out from South Texas. I've learned so much from this channel. The Bell. Thank you so much, Robert. I'm glad that you have learned a lot from the channel. I appreciate that. And I'm glad the channel helped you. And thank you for coming and watching the live stream. And if you would like to contribute to keep the channel going and help fund all the stuff that I do, you can click on that little $ below the chat and do a super chat. That money helps support the channel. And then your question gets priority, your comment gets priority, gets put up on the screen, and it stays there longer so people can see it longer. And you will get priority as far as your questions answered first and your comments posted first when I see that the super chat has popped up. And then I also say thank you like crazy, because we really do appreciate the super chats. They help me pay for all the streaming software and equipment and stuff that I need to deliver these great reviews and live streams to you. Awesome news. Oh, thanks, Tired Fools. I'm glad you like that, and hopefully you guys will take advantage of it when it's up. Willing to try and okay, very good, Bonnie. I appreciate that. You know how to PM me when you get back to Facebook. PM me and let me know, and we'll get it hooked up once we're ready to go into the testing phase. Thanks, definitely. Oh, Anthony C, great. Appreciate that. How many tequilas do you taste in 1 year? Me? I don't know. I've never actually tried to count. Probably over 1,000 that I've tasted. Whether I buy them or not, it's a whole different story. But I taste a lot. I get people that send me stuff all the time to taste, the new brands, or they want my opinion on a brand they're working on. I get all kinds of people that send me stuff. So, and then I've got stuff whenever I go into tequila bars or restaurants. I do tastings. I teach agave classes as well. I've done margarita festivals where I've taught agave and tequila to people. I do all kinds of stuff. So I'm drinking a lot, and I have people that present brands to me every day. So that's how I know so much about brands when people ask me about them. And because the brands send me stuff and people send me stuff. And so I drink a lot of tequila. So I don't know the exact number. I can't tell you. I don't track it. Maybe I should. I don't know if it's something that's important. I can look into how to do that. All right. So I wasn't going to drink tonight, but you're making me want to crack open a bottle of it. Oh, there you go. All right, Cliff, come on, join the party, buddy. So I'll drink to Cliff opening up a bottle. Salute, Cliff. Thank you. Come join us. Join the party, bud. Not that I want to encourage anybody to drink when they don't want to. Have you gotten in trouble with any brands? No, I haven't gotten in trouble with any brands. Brands love me. They love everything I do. Yep. The brands love me. They send me stuff all the time. I'm friends with a lot of them. That's how I'm getting some of these great master distillers on. I haven't had any brands that don't like what I do. I have one brand that sent me a bottle for a free review, and well, I told them I was going to give them an honest review, and I did. And they didn't like the review, but they don't hate me because of it, because I told them it was going to be honest from the beginning. I'm flat out, open and honest with people when they send stuff. I say, okay, I'm just going to let you know, just because you're sending me a bottle doesn't mean you're going to get a positive review. I'm going to give you an honest review. And they go, okay, yeah, it'll stand up to it. And so, not everything has passed the test. So, all right, Cliff's jumping in. Yay! Cliff's joining the party. Thanks, Cliff. So what do you guys think? Cliff's joining the party.
Hey, Cliff, join the party.
Yay, Cliff! Come on in, bud! We're all having a good time.
All right, here you go. Everybody wants you in. All right, my favorite is when you said you don't try this at home when you're tasting all three Ochos. Yeah, that one was rough. And they're all high proof, so that was a fun video. Yeah, I got a little silly in that one, but it was fun. And that the videos are so good. I definitely enjoyed doing that video. And I'm drinking, the tropical right now, so I do enjoy it. I ended up picking up several bottles of each of them just so I have it, because I knew it wasn't going to last very long. Cliff says El Tesoro G4 Ocho. Yeah, they're all great. Pick the one that you haven't drank recently. You haven't had recently. So when was the last time you had El Tesoro? When was the last time you had G4? When was the last time you had Ocho? And to pick the one that you haven't seen in a while and let them know that they're important to you still, and that they're still a part of your life, and that'll make them feel better. Hey, Tired of Fool says, salute to Cliff. Come join the party, bud. You're drinking with some friends. Nothing wrong with that, right? Just remember, moderation is the key, and do not drink and drive any motorized vehicles or operate heavy equipment. Just stay home, relax, watch TV, and chill, and maybe have some tacos or something to eat afterwards. Hello, amigos and amigas from Cincinnati, WKRP. Hey, JD, how's it going, buddy? When I moved out here from Cincinnati, it's the first question everybody always asks me is WKRP real? It's like, no. I used to tell them, oh yeah, I dated Jennifer all the time, and Les Nessman's a friend of mine, and Venus Flytrap and I used to hang out and listen to tunes all the time. It was a silly question I used to get all the time. It's only thing anybody ever asked me was, is WKRP in Cincinnati real? But that was back, in the 80s. A lot of you guys probably don't even know what that show is all about. So, but you do have Starline chili, right? Which is spaghetti with chili in it. What do you drink more, tequila or mezcal? Well, I drink tequila more. I do have a big selection of mezcal, and I do love a good mezcal. I do love a good soto too, so I have soto occasionally, and I do have some raicillas as well, and I do occasionally enjoy a raicilla when I'm in the mood for something really funky, because the flavor profiles of raicillas tend to be funky. Like the last one I had was like licking the inside of a gym shoe after somebody has worn it for like years. It's got that musty, cheesy, funky kind of locker room sweaty smell and taste to it, which is kind of interesting. It's not, gross, but it's different. I enjoy it. Can you explain why Casamigos is not a good tequila? I bought Pasote, but I think the heat is too much. Well, Casamigos isn't a good tequila because it's got additives in it. It's not actually a natural tequila. They put artificial flavorings in it and glycerin to mellow it out and to make it taste better, sweeter. It's artificially flavored, where Pasote is more natural. But Pasote is also got a bite to it. It's got a little heat because of the water and stuff that they use. So if you think it's got too much heat, try one of the other ones. I think G4 is not as hot as Pasote is. I find Pasote to have a little more of a bite to it than G4. G4 is a little more mellower and easier to sip, in my opinion, than Pasote is. But some people really like the bite or like the heat that Pasote has. And so they tend to gravitate more towards that. But there's other ones out there that are natural that don't have the heat. Just because Pasote doesn't mean that all natural flavored ones do. Casamigos has just got syrup in it and stuff to make it so it tastes better and it smooths it out. So they're called smoothing additives because they make it so it has less heat and it's more diluted. And they can still, even though it says 100% agave, you can have up to 4% additives. And what people don't understand is, the rule says 1%, but it says 1% per each of the 4 different kinds of smoothing additives. So it actually can be as high as 96% agave and 4% additives. Okay, Ramos87, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. Saludos. Everybody drink salute to Ramos D87. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. God, I love this Ocho. Ocho stuff's good. All right, so our next comment question, El Tesoro it is. Mark, what blancos are similar to the 3 I mentioned? I like to expand my horizon. Very good. You mentioned G4, El Tesoro, and Ocho. Some really nice ones. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but Lalo is a really good one. I recommend. Very good Blanco. I think that's my top 40 proof Blanco right now. Some other ones to look at. Mi Gente is really good as well. And there's a bunch of them. I mentioned the store earlier. Once my partners get the store up, any of the Blancos you buy on there are going to be really good. And I went through and I'm the one that's kind of selecting what brands they're going to feature on there and picking, what expressions. So, any of the Blancos on there are going to be really good Blancos. So that's the nice thing about this site is you can go in and say, I want a Blanco. You can pick any Blanco and it's going to be a good, solid, well-made, great tasting Blanco and you can't miss. So that's one of the goals that I had when they asked me to partner with them. They said, we want to make sure all the tequilas that we feature are good, well-made, great tasting, no additives, no diffusers. So anyone that you can select from there will be good. And you can pick it with the repos, the añejos, extra añejos. That's why I haven't done a review video yet, is I've been working with these partners, picking these things out and setting everything up. So hopefully I can get it up. We can get something going on Friday. And Cliff, if you DM me, I'll give you the I'll give you the link and stuff so you can be one of our test people. And you can go in and pick up a Blanco. You can pick up a couple of them, and I'll give you a free shipping code for the people that are testing to try this out. And that way you can pick up some other Blancos that that'll be good, and the ones that I recommend. All right, Mark, have you ever put together a comprehensive tequila rating list? Worst to best? No. No, I don't want to rate them. You know, it's like, okay, hey, you got 3 kids? Which one do you like best?
They're all my babies. I like them all the same, but they're all different and they all have different personalities, and I appreciate them for their personalities. So don't make me rate my babies.
There you go. You had it right there. As a kid growing up in Texas, WKRP, Lonnie Anderson is the reason I wanted to move up to here. There you go. There you go. Jennifer. Lonnie Anderson was Jennifer at WKRP. They had Les Nessman, Johnny, Venus Flytrap, Johnny Fever. I mean, it's a classic TV show. And the turkey drop, I mean, that was always a big thing. But when I moved out here to Cincinnati, or moved out here to California from Cincinnati, everybody asked me, is it real? And what was it like? And sometimes I just pull people's chain. Oh yeah, it's definitely real. I listen to WKRP every day. That Les Nessman, he's great. And I used to stay up late at night to listen to Venus Flytrap with his smooth jams. Yeah, it's the best station in Ohio. And actually, there's no. When I was in Ohio, we listened to WEBN. I don't even know if it still exists anymore. But it was a classic rock station, and it had a frog as their. So I always say WEBN, Rabbit. They used to have the badass fireworks display on the river during, I think it's Memorial Day weekend, I think it was, or 4th of July. Yeah, Fortaleza, naturally smooth, tasty. Yeah, Fortaleza is good. I haven't cracked the tropical yet. Transatlantic and the Continental are open. I'd like the Continental. Yeah, the Continental's good. I like the tropical, so crack the tropical and give it a try, JB, and let me know what you think. I think the flavors from the rum really kind of match nicely with this Blanco and really give you an interesting flavor profile. I really enjoy it. It's the one I've been sipping the most so far has been the tropical. So you can see this bottle's almost gone. I won't kill it tonight because I don't want to get too drunk here. All right, what does it say? Ordered a bottle of Tequila Oto Tropical and the Continental. Do you think they are good? Yes. Yes, I do. All right, next question. Thank you. I'll check it out. Yeah, there you go, Eduardo. I was going to check out Fortaleza. Okay. Are you opening a tequila store? No, I'm not opening a store. I'm partnering with some people who are. It's an online store. So you can check it out online once it's ready. I am partnering with them, and they asked me to help them. And so I'm picking out the good tequilas for them to have, so we don't have any diffused or artificially flavored stuff. And it's in the process. So it should be hopefully opening up end of this week, maybe next week. We still got a lot of work on putting products in. I'm helping them with that. And so it should be a good experience for people that love agave. My favorite dollar bottles right now are the Altos, Olmeca Reposado, and Espolón Blanco. I like Lalo, though it's a bit more, it's more expensive because it's better. You got your budget stuff and you got your more expensive stuff. And with the more expensive, it's like, you can go grab a McDonald's hamburger, or if you're in California, you can pay a little more and get a nice burger at In-N-Out. Or you can go to a restaurant and have a Kobe beef burger. So, it all depends on what kind of experience you want. You want a bargain tequila experience and, are okay with what it's got to offer, then pick up one of the bargain tequilas. If you want something that's got more depth, more flavor, made from more riper agaves and made better, then you pick up one of the more expensive bottles because they can't do it for as cheap because it costs more for them to make it. So just the way it rolls in life in general, I think, right? I like Tequila Ocho Transatlantic and Tropical best. There you go. Yes, I agree. I think the Tropical and the Transatlantic are the two ones that I like the best. Continental's okay. It's it's good. It's really good. But I think if I had to rate them, I drink the tropical and the transatlantic more than I drink the continental. Definitely. It's a virtually no heat at all. Very tasty. Beware, there is a still strength Blanco that brings a little more heat. Yeah, the still strength is good. I like the still strength best of Hartley's. That is my favorite expression from their line. Turkey drop had me rolling on the floor. One of the funniest. Yeah, I agree. It's like, okay, who would have thought that turkeys didn't fly, right? It's that was funny. Yeah. People are like, people are getting injured. Oh, we're not supposed to drop them out of the plane. Don Julio Añejo has additives. Yes, it does. They're actually putting diffused tequila, mixing theirs with diffused tequila too. So the whole Don Julio thing has just been, it's sad what they've done to it. It used to be a good brand. I used to enjoy it a lot before they sold it, and then it's just gone downhill from there. Yep, WB on the frog still. Oh, nice. Over the weekend, I had a Lagartona Reposado. It was good. Oh, good. Yeah, Gratona is not bad. Will you carry Lalo? Well, right now we can't because it's not available. So you can only order it online once it's available. And I'm good friends with Lalo, so I'm working on it. But once we can get it here, then I'll definitely have them add it to the site for sure. It'll be there. You'll notice the pricing on there is going to be really good. So maybe not as good as Old Town, but it's going to be good. But we're going to give a lot better service than what Old Town does. So is Don Julio diffused? No, but they're buying juice from another place and mixing it in. So they're buying diffused juice because it's cheaper and they can keep the pricing for Don Julio. So somebody else produces the diffused juice and they just buy it from them and then mix it in with their tequila. I found Sangratania Repo at Nuevo Progreso MX this weekend for $12.45 for the price. I have to agree, it's a bargain. Any other budget stone oven recommendations? I don't know what you've tried, what you haven't, but you can't beat Sangratania. And in Mexico, the pricing is ridiculous. We're going to carry that in our store, in the store that I'm partnered with. I made sure that they are carrying that, and we have a really good pricing on it as well. So if you don't know where to find Sangratania, once the store is released, you can find it there. It's going to be great. So, but don't tell anybody until we get it opened up, okay? So what's your opinion of Atanasio? I want to try it. It's good. They're supposed to send me some bottles so I can do reviews, because it's the same distillery that does Cascanes, and I'm really good friends with Cascanes. Cascanes is the ones that basically got them their CRT certification so they can make tequila. I know those guys really well, but they said they're going to work on trying to get me some bottles so I can do some reviews of it. So when those come in, I'll do the reviews and we'll get them up so you guys can know what they're like, what it's like. Those people in Texas, they already know because they can get it. We can't get it here in California yet. Have you tried Lobos 1707? I have not yet. But I have some bottles coming, so I will do a review of it. That's LeBron James's tequila. And I'm anxious to review it and tell you guys what I think. I've heard different things from people about it, but once I get it, I'll let you know, okay? I'll do a review. And supposedly, I'll probably be the only person doing a review of it. What do you think of Cristalinos? I actually like Don Julio's 70th anniversary. I think Cristalinos are a waste. Don Julio's 70th is nothing that will ever don my shelves here. Cristalinos are, they basically take añejos or aged expressions and they run them through a carbon filter to filter out the color, which also filters out the taste. So you end up getting a muted flavor profile of what an añejo should taste like. And then what they also do is they'll put additives back in it to bring the flavor back up, because you run something through a carbon filter, it can't look at it and say, okay, well, that's color and that's flavor. I need to leave that alone, let that go, and take that out. It takes it all out. So so you end up getting a muted, and they charge more for it. They charge more for an añejo that they filtered. It doesn't have the full flavor profile that a regular añejo does. So cristalinos are on my avoid list. Any way of shipping to Ohio? Maybe. All right. Just jumped in with Lalo. Great mouthfeel and almost. It's a fantastic tequila. It's fantastic. It is just pure, unadulterated, beautiful, agave, wonderful Blanco. Nothing obtrusive to it at all. It hits all of the marks. Fantastic. It's the true representation of what a good Blanco should be. Mark, it's been really hard finding these limited ochos here in New York City area. I wish I lived in West Coast. I can find anything that will ship to New Rochelle. Go to New Rochelle. There's a store there that everybody's been posting in our group. They're finding all kinds of stuff, and I think they have the ocho barrels there, the barrels, single barrels there in New Rochelle. I forgot the name of the store, but I just know it's in New Rochelle because everyone's like, I'm going to journey over to New Rochelle to get my bottles. So, but they always post pictures. They have a lot of stuff there. I was sad Tony El Tequino caved and made a. I know, I was too. But you know, and you could tell from the look on his face, he was too. But hey, you know, you got a partner, you got an investor in the business, and they're the ones funding things. You got to kind of do what they want, right? But you could see it in his face that he was like hurt that he had to do it too. By the way, if you haven't watched that, that's a fantastic episode as well. It was the live feed, the Happy Hour with the Hombre episode we did last with Tony Saez from El Tequileno. Great guy. He spent a good amount of time talking to us, answering questions. He's awesome. And he's you can tell he's really passionate about what he does and about tequila. His family, he's from the Cuervo family. So they've been doing tequila for generations. He's got true tequila in his blood. And what did he say? His first time he drank tequila was like when he's 13 or something. So, you know, he loves it. Who started the Cristalino trend? Well, it's an interesting story, Abel. The first Cristalino was done by Don Julio, and they did it as a way to try to give Mexicans something that they could feel was super premium and ultra luxurious, because they said, and this is what they said. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a racist or anything, but this is what they said. They said Mexicans like bringing stuff to parties to impress people, things that have images of luxury. So they took a batch of tequila that they made that was over oaked and didn't taste good, and they filtered it, put it in a bottle, made it look expensive and luxurious, and then sold it. It was primarily targeted for Mexico. It wasn't targeted for the American market, but it took off in Mexico, where people thinking, oh, this is more luxurious. It's a Cristalino. It's got to be more expensive and got to be more luxurious, and it did well. And so then they decided, well, it did well in Mexico. We probably offer it to the United States and see how well it does. It's a marketing gimmick. That's all it is. It's just a marketing gimmick. Something, an extra SKU that they can have to try to sell tequila. And what's really good about it for them is they can take batches that don't taste good, that have gone bad or over oaked, and they can run them through these filter systems, make them taste a little better, little additives, and then sell them to you for a lot more, a higher price. So, yeah. Is Tears of Llorona worth $249? I live in Ohio. It all depends. Worth is something that is subjective. It's different for each person. Would I pay $249 for a bottle of Tears? Probably not. I get it for $199 here, and I think that's okay. I'm not a huge fan of Tears of Llorona. I think it's good. I think everybody should try it once. But for me, I don't get a lot of agave from it. I get mostly the 3 alcohols that they use. The Scotch, sherry, and cognac, or cognac, brandy. Scotch, sherry, and brandy. You get a lot of those in the wood, but I don't get very much agave at all. And so for the price, I buy a bottle, I keep it on my shelf, and I don't just sip it every once in a while. But if I can find it for under 200, or then I'll normally will pick up a bottle. But $2.49, I think I'd rather get Raysol for $2.49, which is the one in the sunshine bottle, like right there. Much better, far better tequila than Tears of Llorona, as far as I'm concerned. It's French oak aged, it's different, but the flavor profile for me is a lot more appealing. So I would say pick up Raysol. Where do you like to buy your tequilas and mezcals in California, online or I buy most of mine from online. So I order most of my tequila online and have it delivered, especially now with COVID. But and then I don't want to have to drive to some of the better stores to buy it. But now I won't have to, because I'll be ordering from this online site once it's up. I'll be ordering all my tequila from there, because all the new stuff that comes in, I'll be making sure we get that as well. Almost a tannic feel on the upper lip. Okay, he's still looking at if you were to gift a friend or family member one Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo, which ones would you choose? That's a very interesting question. How much do I like the friend? So that's a different part of the answer.
Well, if I really like the friend, I might spend more than $40 for him for a Blanco. If they're a really good friend, I might spend a little more. But if they were like my best friend, then okay, I'd buy them 3 expressions. But if they're not my best friend, I probably might just buy them the Blanco and buy them something cheap.
Well, if they were my best friend,
and I wanted to buy them 3 really good tequilas, I would look at it in a different way, in that, okay, what have they done for me lately? No, you can't do that to your friends. They're supposed to be your friends. So, I would probably, I don't know.
yeah, a family member, I wouldn't buy him any tequila, because none of my family members drink tequila. So my dad likes Jack Daniels, so I buy him Jack, Honey Jack. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it all depends on what our objectives were with the gift. Was it to educate him on tequila and give him something to try? Are they advanced tequila lovers? I mean, it all depends. So that's a tough question. Good question. Tough one. Do you think I'll need to worry about oxidation after opening a tequila bottle? It usually takes me 4 to 6 months. No. None of these are oxidized. They're longer than that. You got some of these have been here for a year or two. Yeah, don't worry about it. Caesar, thank you so much for the super chat. The 50 pesos. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being part of the Tequila Hombre family. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And if you guys don't know what the super chat is, if you click the $ below the chat there, you'll see it, the little $ button. You can do super chat. When you do super chat, you get priority with your comments and your questions. And then I thank you profusely for helping to support the channel, because we really do appreciate it when you guys do the super chats. All right, so is Tears of Llorona 3 worth it, and does it have additives and no, it's not, doesn't have additives, it's not diffused. And somebody just asked me about Tears. Who was that? Yeah, it all depends on what kind of price you can get. The bottle that I have, I paid below 200 for it. Would I pay $249? No. If I was gonna buy something for $249, I'd go for the Raysol. If I was going over something higher than that, like the $500, I'd go with the Cascanes single barrel extra añejo that's right here. That's amazing stuff that I like so much. I swore that they needed to give me exclusive for my Tequila Collective group. So, yeah, it all depends. It's some people like it, some people swear by it, some people don't. I think I'd rather buy Tapatio Excelencia over it. And if I was going to spend $249 on something, I would get the Raysol extra añejo. I love my Resol. I learned a lot about cristalinos today. Thanks. I still like, yeah, you can still like it. It's fine. Everybody has different tastes, but once you start really jumping into more of the like really good añejos and stuff, you're like, okay, I don't want to spend the money on that because there's other things I could buy for the money that are much better. But different people like different things. So, you want to drink it? I say salute. You are so welcome, my friend. I'm here for you. You know that, right? Anytime you have a question. Tony Science, it was great. Oh, thank you. Hey, Mark, I'm curious about what you did with the bottle of Vulcan after your review. Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? It went down the drain. Just you and me can hear that, okay, JD? Just wanted to let you know. That's what I did with it. My wife loves El Tesoro Blanco, so I would get her 3 bottles of that. Then I'd probably drink them. There you go.
Never understand why my husband buys me 3 bottles of El Tesoro and then he drinks them. But then he gives me the card and says, "Happy birthday, honey. I drank your presents."
Such a nice guy. Updated question. Someone who is eager to learn more and wants to delve into the world of tequila. I know it's a loaded question. Okay. So what three expressions would I buy somebody that's new and wants to learn about tequila? All right. So first of all, I'd look at something that wasn't too expensive because they haven't really developed the palate for some of the really deep flavors you can get from a good tequila. So I would start with probably Altos Olmeca as a Blanco. A Repo, I would probably do G4 just because it's just a fantastic reposado. And then for for the Blanco, I'd probably go G4 Blanco. Hell, if I am G4 Blanco, Repo, and Añejo, you really can't go wrong with G4. It's such a really good brand, and everything's good all around, and people seem to like it, and it's got beautiful chocolate notes to it. I just make it easy. Just pick up G4, Blanco, Repo, and Añejo, and give that to them, and then say, this is what really good tequila tastes like. Sip it. Don't shoot it. Don't use salt. Don't use lime. Just sip it and enjoy the flavors, and let me know what you think and see what they say. What did you think about Mi Gente? I found it really different but good. Yeah, I enjoy Mi Gente. I enjoyed it a lot. I did a review. It's you can see my review on the channel. It's good. I enjoyed it. And then I talked to Ana Romero Mena about that, and she saw the review and she thought it was the great review, and she's invited me to come to the distillery and see her workhouse there and show me what they do there, which I'm really excited to do. She's a great woman, and she's a fantastic master distiller. So I really look forward to, shh, I said that was between us. I whispered that just between you and me. No one else heard it, but thank you for blasting it out to everybody. So much for secret. All right, everybody, don't tell JD any secrets, okay? Because he just blabs them out everywhere. What do you think about Don Ramon Extra Añejo? All right, I'm going to tell you a secret too, okay?
I don't think about Don Ramon Extra Añejo. I don't think about Don Ramon at all. And I don't think anybody should be thinking about Don Ramon. There's other things that are better to think about, like birds, nature, weather, drinking water for children, agave shortages, and sports.
There you go. I don't think about Don Ramon. It's diffused. I would never touch the stuff. And hopefully you don't work for Don Ramon and I didn't offend you, because if I did, I didn't mean to. You asked me what I thought, and as I always say, I give you my honest opinion. It's diffused garbage. All right. I'm sure I'm in the minority, but I think a better name for G4 would have been Corte Generaciones. I hope Google Translate got that right. It is. If you actually look at the bottle, it says it on the bottle. But they just use G4 because it's short. Have you ever looked at that? Here, hold on a second. Look what you made me do. You're going to make me unsnap. Hold on. All right. This is for Cliff. Oh, it doesn't say it on the see the small print on the bottom there? It says it in Spanish on the Mexican version. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Four family generations. So in the Mexican bottle, it says Cuarta Generaciones. So I don't know why people get all worried about. I mean, G4 is a great name. It's great. It's easy to remember. It's like, oh, G4. Yeah, that's tequila. Everyone knows what it is. It's gotten so popular because there's some guy blabbing about it all the time on YouTube. He's really helped the brand out a lot. I don't know who that would be. Anybody know?
No, I have no idea.
So, yeah, it's good stuff, and people know the name, so they're not going to change it. You saw the Felipe Camarena interview, and it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, I don't like what you named your tequila. Can you change it? I'm surprised he didn't like curse people out in Spanish to say that. It's like, this is about his family and his kids, for God's sake. That's why it's still his brand. So, it's a good name. I'm an old guy. I want my free shipping. Thanks. How do I DM you? Are you on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, look for me in the Tequila Talk group. I'm the admin. If not, you can send me a message through YouTube. You can message me and I will take care of you, all right? All right. Oh, and Cliff, where do you live? That would be good to know too. All right, so would you recommend Arete? Yes, I would. I do. I like Arete. I've been to the distillery. I know the Orandains, and they make really good stuff. So I do recommend it. Hey, no problem. I got you covered, Cliff. Don't worry. You know, you and I were buds. I got you covered. All right, what's up, Yo, Daddy? I'm sipping on some Siete Leguas and very good. My favorite expression from them. I love the Añejo. It is so good. I could swim in the Añejo. It's so good. So I'm glad to see that, Yo, Daddy. And hey, thanks for joining us for the live feed. And thanks for your comment. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm almost waited for a year for G4 to reach my Cincinnati. Yeah, it's there now. Cincinnati's gotten some G4 this year, which is awesome. And Pisote, I think, is there too now. So you can get two Pendillo tequilas there in Ohio, which is great. I hated Ohio when I lived there because it's a state-run liquor state. So in order to go get liquor, you have to go to a state store. Although I heard now that Kroger might have a liquor license, so they're selling them out of Kroger grocery stores. But one thing that they did there too, when I was there, kind of give you an idea. I left in '84. On Sundays, they wouldn't sell alcohol, so you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. So if you wanted to get wine or beer on Sunday at the grocery store, sorry, no alcohol at all on Sundays. So, all right, Florida, I got you covered. You're good. You're good. Just DM me, okay? I'll take care of you. but it's probably not going to be till Friday, okay? Hey, Denata, my friend. Thank you. Sorry if my voices upset people. I think they're funny, so I use them. And hopefully you guys enjoy the voices of my characters. And if you haven't met my characters, if you're new, maybe we should do a little introduction. Well, first of all, we have the Tequila Police, where if you're doing something wrong, the Tequila Police will let you know.
Stop what you're
doing. This is the Tequila Police. Drop the tequila and move away from the freezer. We do not put tequila in the freezer. Tequila is from a warm climate, and that is tequila abuse. Don't make us come in there and throw tear gas and go medieval on you.
So that's the Tequila Police. And then we have the high-pitched, obnoxious tequila guy.
I don't know what you're talking about. My voice is not high-pitched. And I don't care what you say. I enjoy tequila and I don't whine, okay? I don't whine.
So there you go. And then we have our really strong machismo guy.
I love tequila. It makes me laugh.
So there you go. And then that's it, pretty much it. So that's the only ones I use. I've got a couple other ones on here where if I'm so tempted, I may bring them into it. But we try not to bring the Tequila Police into it. We like them being where they're at so they don't bother us. Felipe could have ripped me a new one for suggesting a name change. Sometimes I ask questions just to stir the pot. So it was you that asked that question about the name. Is that you? I didn't even know if that was you or not. But I know somebody asked it, so... I go to Kentucky for 99%. Yeah, the Party Source, right? Do you go to the Party Source? Is that your place? I know a couple people that go to the Party Source and pick up their tequila there across the state lines in Kentucky. Have you ever noticed the taste difference between Siete Leguas from Mexico versus here? No, I haven't. I've had bottles in both Mexico and here. I have actually drank in their tasting room, because I've been to the distillery, and me and Berta, we have a special relationship that only me and Berta can have. She's super special. I love Berta, and I love Alejandro. They're both great people, and I had a great time. Berta was my personal tour guide for the distillery, and she was fantastic. I love her. She's great. Ah, yes, it was you. All right, now I know. Now I know. I was like, when that question came up, I was like, really? Who's going to ask that question? It's like, oh, you've got a son named Tony, and Tony just doesn't fit for your name. It's not a good name for your son. You should change his name. You should call him Eric. It's like, no, I like Tony. That's the name I want to call my son. His name is Antonio, but we call him Tony for short. We don't want to call him Eric. Well, my name is Cliff, and I think you should call him Eric. All right, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm just having a little fun with you, so don't get offended if I was picking on you. How do you feel about Esperanto tequila? My buddy bought me a bottle of Esperanto Añejo, and it was awesome. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Trying to think of how to say this. Well, okay, I'm glad you enjoy it. How do you feel about? Okay, so you're asking me how I feel, so you're open to my opinion, right? Okay, I have a bottle of Esperanto Extra Añejo that I bought in Mexico because the bottle is freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, that is one sexy bottle. It is amazing. Very delicate, though, but it is an amazing bottle.
Yeah, but I can't say so much for the tequila inside. Unless it's an older bottle before they started diffusing it using the diffuser. The older bottles were good, but the new stuff, the stuff that's in the bottles, it's like drinking nail polish remover. It was gross. Very harsh. very paint thinnerish. Yeah, it wasn't good. So I still have a full bottle of it here. And if you want to send me a couple $100, I'll send you the bottle. Glad to get rid of it, but I'm not, we paid good money for it. So it's still a pretty bottle. Update, El Tesoro Blanco is back at $36.98 at Wally World in Florida. There you go. I know where you can get it cheaper. All right. Let me see. What is this? I have owned businesses, so I thought it would be funny as one business owner to another. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, as one business owner to another, I think your product name stinks. But hey, it's full respect because I'm a fellow business owner. So I just don't like the name you gave me your product. I don't think it makes sense. I don't like the name, and I think you should change it. So, but I'm a business owner. We're business owners, right? So you're not offended, right? One business owner, another. I love Felipe, and he can name it whatever the hell he wants. If he's still producing good stuff, I will drink it. Sorry, Clef. I'm just giving you a hard time. You know that, right? You've been helpful to so many, myself included. Did you have anyone who guided you earlier on during your initial agave adventures? Yeah, I did. You guys want to hear a story about my adventures in the agave community? You got some time? All right, I'm going to tell you about I'm going to give you a little bit of background about my experience and why I do some of the things I do now. When I started in the tequila, I was drinking tequila way before I was even in tequila groups on Facebook. And I got into Facebook and I was, asking questions. And as you know, I'm very passionate and want to learn. So I was, learning from some people, but I was often heckled and ridiculed by people. And the first thing that happened really with me was I was buying more and more tequilas, trying different, and just falling more and more in love with the spirit and what it had to offer. And so I saw an article that said that, they were starting to do these barrel selects, right? And I was thinking, well, they're primarily only available to stores. You can't buy them except for if you're a liquor store. So I mentioned in the group, I said, hey, has anybody ever thought about putting together a group where we can purchase these barrels as a group? And that way we can get them without having to be limited to a liquor store in one neighborhood or whatever. And we can share how great these tequilas are. So, and people are like, you could try it. It'll never work. It'll never happen. People will never do that. And so I was like, well, I'm going to try it. And I've never been one to have people tell me that I can't do something. And I had some people that were saying, hey, if you want to do that, I'll help you. I had a guy that worked for Sazerac that was like, we'll help you. I'll help you do it. We'll make it work. So I said, okay. So I started the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. Or it was actually just the Tequila Barrel Collective at that time. And I had lots of people, these people that were considered experts that, I was supposed to respect and try to learn from, that were telling me I couldn't do it. It was impossible. It was a pipe dream. And then we worked on getting the first buy done. And so I would promote it to the group and say, hey, I'm doing this. Who's interested? And we had a lot of people that were interested in picking it up to the point where we sold out the first 3 barrels. We said we got enough people that we knew all the bottles would be gone for them. But when you put together buys like this, it takes time. It doesn't just happen right away because the barrels, we have to go down. I had to fly to Mexico, which I paid for out of my own pocket. I had to select the barrels and then I had to pick which ones that we were having. And then we had to have them bottled and then we had them imported in the US. So I put this group together and then I had all these people that I'm supposed to, learn from and who were going to mentor me. Supposedly, they're the ones with all the years of experience, and they kept telling me that I couldn't do it, and I was a fool, and yet I had things in the works. And so then a lot of the master distillers and distilleries were seeing what I was doing in the groups, and some of them were reaching out saying, hey, we'll help you, hey, we'll teach you stuff. And they were very, 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 very receptive, and I appreciated that. So my first trip to Mexico to select the first 3 barrels, I spent time with Casa San Matias, which now is like my Mexican family, because they're very nice people. They greeted me with open arms, and they walked me through how they do things and taught me everything about their distillery and their products. And I got tastings and stuff. I went to 7 different distilleries that week I was in Mexico, which again, I funded myself. We paid for this, out of our pocket. And I learned a lot from them, and I made some really nice friends with some of these master distillers and people from the distilleries. So then, when I went back, got home, and I was, blasting to the group that these barrels were happening and stuff. I was kicked out of I decided, they kept telling me that it was fake and I was just going to rip people off and it wasn't going to happen. And then I decided I was going to open up the Tequila Hombre channel. And I'm sorry if this is getting kind of deep. It's not going to get any better if you don't like how deep things can get. But I decided to open up the Tequila Hombre channel because there really wasn't a lot available online for tequila reviews where they actually taught you anything more. It was more of a, hey, today we're doing Don Julio's 70th anniversary. Very smooth. I like it. I give it a thumbs up. You should buy it. It's really good. It's smooth. And it didn't tell you anything. So I decided I was going to take a shot at doing reviews. And if you look at the Tequila Hombre reviews when I started, they weren't really that good. I was learning. I was getting, accustomed to doing reviews and giving people my tasting notes and stuff. And I've had experience as being as a certified beer judge. I worked competitions for many years. I was a national homebrew champion homebrewer, so I knew fermentation, I knew distillation, I knew all that stuff. So I had a good background in alcohol before. But when I opened up the Tequila Hombre channel, I was told that I wasn't qualified enough to do the Tequila Hombre channel. And I had these respected people come after me. And I told them, I said, there's like, no, you need to stop all this stuff and just learn from people here who've been drinking tequila for 20 years. And I'm not one to be told what to do and told I can't do things. So I told them to pound sand and to mind their own GD business. And they kicked me out of the group. So then, other groups I was kicked out of as well. And it wasn't nice. So I said, fine, I don't need to be in these groups. I'm going to open my own group. And I opened up a group called Tequila Talk on Facebook. And we don't allow people to treat people like that. Because I didn't enjoy being treated like that. I had no reason for people to treat me like that. And so we don't allow that. And I have good moderators there. We watch everything. And we don't let anybody rip on people or insult people or degrade people. But I still have people now that say that my barrels are fake and that I'm a ripoff and I'm a con artist and that I plagiarize people and all kinds of stuff like that, and haters. And they actually will follow me all around the internet and sometimes pop up here and they cause problems for me. And it's something that I have to deal with, which, my mentors and stuff that I work with now have told me that they say, if you're not If you don't have haters, you're not doing stuff right. So it hasn't been a fun journey in some stances, but it's been an outstanding journey. And then I've got to meet some really great producers from Mexico. I've had brands that support what I'm doing 100%. I've never had anybody say that they don't support what I'm doing. I'm blatantly honest with people when I tell them that, if I don't like it, I'm not going to give it a good review. And so but I would never bash them, or, try to destroy the brand. I just would say I don't like it. And you see my reviews are very even keeled. Here I'm a little more open with you guys on the Q&A, because it's not like the review and they didn't send me something. But whenever I do the reviews, I always try to keep an even keel, because it may just be something I don't like, but it could be something that you like. But I also, like to look at the production processes and stuff. So it's been a difficult road. There's a lot of people out there that are haters and think that they should be the mentors, and they're really not nice people. And so I'm glad that you found me, and you found, if you're in my Tequila Talk group, you found my Tequila Talk group, because I will make sure that it doesn't happen to you when you're in my group. I don't want anybody to feel and go through the kind of crap that I went through in the beginning of mine. It's sad. And it's sad for me, not because they picked on me and because they bullied me, and they still do. It wasn't sad because of that. It was sad because, here's somebody that wants to learn about a spirit, that's passionate about it, that loves everything that the spirit has to do, loves the people. And then you have to crap all over it and try to make them feel bad and try to insult them to people to make yourself feel better. What is there to gain from that? If somebody was really passionate about something and wants to share the passion with everybody, you should embrace them, because that's what the distilleries do. I get PMs from master distillers all the time. I'm really thrilled to have Felipe Camarena as a personal friend, Carlos Camarena as a personal friend, Tony Saez as a personal friend. All these guys that are coming on my show, they're coming on my show because they believe in what I'm doing and they want to support me. Julio Bermejo is a good friend of mine. He supports what I'm doing. I support him in any way I can as well. There's lots of love to go around, and love far outgoes on the hate. So, I don't know if that was the answer you were looking for, Eric. I'm kind of giving you a little more than I had, than you probably wanted. But I think sometimes it really helps to know somebody's story to understand why they do what they do, and why they are the way they are. And I think my journey to get here has really kind of defined who I am, and why I feel it's important that when you guys comment on the videos, that I respond to them and answer your questions, and do so in a very polite and friendly manner to let you know what things are like and answer your questions, but also try not to insult you. And if I do insult you anytime, I deeply apologize. My goal is not to insult you, but to educate you. And so that's what it's like. So let's get back to some of your questions. I don't try not to tear up here. A few weeks ago, Carlos was on the stream and he mentioned future plans for a single barrel añejo. Do you remember when he will be releasing I'm not sure. He's doing the single barrel añejo for El Tesoro. So it's just a matter of when El Tesoro will release them. Let me see, what is this? Do you have any hotel recommendations in the Los Altos? I don't. I've never stayed in the Los Altos area. I always stay at the La Providencia in Guadalajara in the financial district, and I have a driver that drives me up to the distilleries. I have a really good driver that takes care of me up there. So taking your advice, and I go to mom and pop stores, party stores is okay. Good. Yeah, the mom and pop stores are good to support. Sometimes they can. His son's. What are the odds, right? All right. Okay, I answered that one. My top 3 reposados. God, you guys had all these questions and were sitting through my sorry ass story. I'm sorry if I if I wasted your time. Oh, we still got the people here watching, so I guess it was good. My top 3 reposados. Oh God, well, I don't like to rank them. How about I just give you 3 reposados that you should try that are easily found, okay? That I recommend. Azunia reposado, very good. Four Copas, very good. And G4 reposado, very good. Look for those. They're not my top 3, but they're very good, and I think you'll enjoy them. So take a look at those. See, it is funny, yeah. Do any of those gimmick bottles actually contain quality tequila? Yes, one. This one right here. Have you? Okay, J&J, you're gonna make me disconnect. All right, so I'm gonna get the bottle and show you. Okay, Cliff. Only one other person has done this before, and that was Cliff. So I hope you know what you're getting. All right. All right, J&J, you're very special because I actually disconnected for you. And I've only done that for one other person before. And that was my buddy Cliff, because we have a special thing. All right, so this is the most amazing bottle you'll ever see in your life. It is 100% lead-free crystal. The bottle was designed by Mexican artist Sergio Bustamante. This tequila is called Rey Sol. It is an French oak aged. It's aged for 6 years in new French oak. And it's absolutely amazing. I did a review of it. Special bottle, special tequila. It breaks the whole good tequila, quality tequila in a pretty bottle mold that we all know that most of the stuff's crap. This one breaks the mold. This is one of the main exceptions. Now, if you're interested in getting a really special edition of this, I have our second barrel of Rey Sol 10-year aged coming in. Right now we're shooting for a price of $299 a bottle, which I'm hoping to get that price. It's aged for 10 years in new French oak barrels. This is aged 6 years, so it's 4 more years. And it is absolutely phenomenal. And yes, it's $299.99 a bottle. Well, that's the price we're shooting for. I'm hoping we get it. I'm semi-confident we will. But very special stuff. And I've got more than half of it claimed already from people. So if you're interested in getting in on it, like I said, it's going to be 300 plus a bottle, and it's worth it. It's a one-time deal. It was to celebrate their 20th anniversary. Email me at tequilabarrelcollective@gmail.com and let me know you want to be interested in it. And also go to tequilabarrelcollective.com and sign up for the collective, so you'll get the emails, because that's just an email thing. I don't sell email addresses or anything. But when I have barrels that we're going to do that I'm putting together with some of the people that I know at the distilleries, special barrels. We got some really special stuff coming this year. It's going to be an amazing year for the collective. So make sure you join and get in on some of these buys, because some of the stuff you're not going to be able to find in the store. We're the only ones getting some of it. So, but yeah, the Rey Sol bottle, fantastic. I highly recommend it. It is one that breaks the mold on that. Pat Clement says he's enjoying Trace Agave's Repo. Smooth. Yeah, smooth. Trace Agave's used to be really good when it was at Rete. It's not as good as it used to be, but I'm glad you're enjoying it and you think it's smooth. Quality is a tough niche to take you to YouTube. Yeah, tequila is a tough niche. In my opinion, stick with it and grow your site. Everybody share these videos with their friends. Yeah, definitely. If you share the channel with your friends, it's appreciated when you grow the channel, get people learning more and more about tequila. I don't worry too much about the haters anymore. You've seen them come in. They came in one time during my Q&A a couple of weeks ago. And then we had one guy that was trying to stir up trouble during Tony Sias's live stream, but we just blocked him, get rid of him. You know, sometimes people don't have anything better to do in their lives than to put others down and cause problems for other people. And, you know, if that's their case, that's their case. Nothing we can do about it. Mark, I have no plans on stopping, my friend, so don't worry. They haven't stopped me now. They haven't stopped me until now. They're not going to stop me now. So don't worry about it. I'm here for you guys. Well, thank you, Christopher. A lot of people don't know that. You know, it hasn't been an easy road, but I'm still here for you guys. And, you know, I'm more than happy to share what I learned. I don't really consider myself an expert. You know, people say, "Oh, you're an expert." I don't really. I just consider myself somebody who's very passionate about it, who likes learning and likes sharing what I learned. I don't want to keep it a secret or don't want to use it to boost my own ego, but instead, I want to give you guys the same information that I'm getting to spread the news, so we can help support these boutique tequila producers that are doing it the right way and not these monster corporate tequila companies that are just trying to make as much tequila for as little cost as they can. Thank you. Thanks, Cliff. I appreciate it. This is good for you, Mark. It's sticking up for your viewpoints. The experts probably didn't want a new guy. Exactly. That's what a lot of people have said too. It's true. Well, thank you, Yo Daddy. I'm a big fan of you too, and I thank you so much for coming and joining our family here at the Tequila Hombre. Tell your friends, have your friends come join. We'll have a good time learning about tequila. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get a review out yet for this week because I'm working on this new project that I told you guys in secret. Don't tell anybody about it until I'm ready to go, but it's a secret between you and me, right? Don't blast it out to everybody. But once that's ready to go, then and we get it rolling, then I'll be more getting more. But right now, my partners are taking a lot of my time. Have you ever tried pulque? Yeah, of course. Drink of the gods. Of course. If you don't know what pulque is, it's fermented sap from agave. It actually, you can find it right in the middle of the agave plant, and they just scoop it out and drink it, and it's gross at first, and it kind of takes a little while to get used to the flavor profile of it. But once you do, it's not so bad. It's an acquired taste. It's like your first sip of coffee. When you first drink coffee, you go, yuck. Or beer. Like you first sip of beer when you're younger, your dad goes, here, try want some beer, son? You're like, yes. But now you're like, hey, I need some beer. It's beer 30 and blah, blah, blah. You drink beer all the time. And you acquired a taste for it. Pulque is the same kind of thing. And then they actually have distilled pulque, which I enjoy better than regular pulque. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. And I appreciate you I appreciate you being part of the Tequila Hombre family. Great story. I agree 100%. I learned so much. Oh, thank you, Rondo. I appreciate that. Really enjoy the most is when you went to the liquor store. Oh, you like the shopping with the Hombre. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to do any more shopping with the Hombre videos because of COVID. But I definitely will do some more shopping with the Hombre. And if you wonder where the whole additive bomb comes from, it comes from those videos. I basically walk through liquor stores going, yes, no, that's crap, that's diffused crap, that's diffused crap. And then if I find one that's loaded with additives, I go, additive bomb, additive. And I kind of whisper it so people in the store can't hear me insulting the tequila that they have in stock. So they're fun videos. I did one shopping with the Tequila Hombre at High Time Wine in Costa Mesa, California. And I also did one here in my local shop, which is La Bodega in Riverside, California. I am located in Southern Cal. Just if you didn't know. Thank you for your candid answer to my question. We very much appreciate you. Well, thank you, Eric. And I'm sure you've seen firsthand what I'm talking about. I know you have. I think a lot of people witnessed it recently. And so I figured it's better to put things out on the table, let you guys know what's happening. And then we can all just discount these jerks and get rid of them when they pop up again. Yeah. Oh, never a waste of time. Yep. We did 100 messages. Good job, you guys. Hey, all right. Wait. I just saw something pop up. Yes, the super chat for $5 from Abel. Thank you, Abel, for coming to the channel and doing a super chat. I appreciate you supporting the channel. And like I said, they always get priority. So I skipped all these other people to acknowledge that my friend Abel did a $5 super chat. And I greatly appreciate you supporting the channel and being part of the Tequila Hombre family. I always, am here to help. So you have a question, Abel, you ask, I'll always answer it for you. Thank you, buddy. All right. So let's go back up to the people that do it. Okay. That one we did. Well said. Okay. All right. That one. Here we go. Okay. So mom and pop stores will listen to you when you suggest tequila. Yes, they will. I have a store in Venice, Florida that is receptive to my, there you go. And store closer to me is a chain and doesn't care. Yeah. Some of the chains don't care. Some of them, they'll order them for you. But yeah, the mom and pop stores, like the one local here, that's a family owned store. I come in, they call me the hombre because they watch the channel but when I come in, they're like, hey, this is what we got. We got this. Was this good or was this good? So I spend the first half an hour in the store answering whether stuff's good or not, or whether they should have gotten it. And I said to them, you guys, if you should just, when somebody comes to present these brands to you, ask me first before you buy them. Don't ask me after you already have them in stock and it's too late. And they're like, oh, well, that's a good idea. So now they call me and they say, hey, we had somebody from this brand want to know. And so I give them the full scoop and I make recommendations to them on stuff they should carry. So if you're in the Riverside area and you're looking for a really good liquor store to pick up some good tequila selections, La Bodega on Central Avenue is a great store. Go in and say hello to Nasser or Mike. Great, super nice guys. They'll take good care of you. They take care of everybody that I send in there. All right, excuse me for a sec. I am going to take a sip of water. All right, that was gross. I didn't want you guys to hear that. Sometimes you just have to clear your voice. All right. Thanks for disc. I would have asked you at the rink, but this year's been weird. Send your wife over to taste. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I know who this is. So you guys should come over here sometime and I'll open up my collection to you and you can help yourself, buddy. You're always welcome over here, J&J. So, just let me know. Let my wife know. I know you know my wife, and so your wife knows my wife. So when she comes over there, why don't you come over here and we'll just, I don't know. Do you smoke cigars? I don't remember if we talked about, so we'll have some cigars and drink tequila in the backyard while, my wife's getting her lashes done. How does that sound? All right. Hey, buddy, in the past year, I've learned so much about tequila and was always entertained too. Great stuff. Oh, good. I'm glad that you enjoy it, Jim, and I'm glad that you are entertained and you enjoy the channel. Thank you so much for supporting us by coming and viewing and for being part of the Tequila Hombre family. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that comes and watches the videos and learns and provides comments. And if I haven't made that clear to everybody, let me do that now. I appreciate all of you guys. Whenever you comment on any of the video reviews that I do, or even the live feed streams, I answer all of your comments. I always answer all of them. You'll see I answer questions. I think it's important that, you guys know I'm here for you. And it's not just watching videos and me, doing my own thing. I want to answer your questions and want to help you learn as much as some people have helped me. Okay. So it's important for me to do that. All right. What can I do with a bottle of tequila that I didn't like very much? I hate to let the bottle go to waste. Maybe cooking or any other idea. Well, you can use it for mixing. If you're going to mix something that's where the tequila is not going to shine that much, make a cocktail with it. You could use it for cooking. I know one of the guys in our group did a tequila shrimp thing where he just sautés shrimp and then puts tequila in with it and flames out all the alcohol out of it and uses stuff for that too. So, the videos run over time, but it's hugely interesting things. Yeah, we've gone an hour and a half, so I'm okay with that. If you guys want me to stop, or you guys okay with me going on and continue answering questions? I think we should get through all the questions first, right? I don't really set a time limit for these. My wife is not home, so I'm free to go for as long as you guys have questions. Are you guys okay with that? Let me know. If you are, I'm okay with it. Let me ask my other partners here. Are you guys okay if we stay?
We are okay if you stay. We have no problem. We're just making sure everybody is safe with their tequila experiences.
Yeah, we're okay. I'm fine. I got nothing better to do. It's Monday night. It's not like football's on or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna go shave my back, but I could stay longer. I'm okay with it.
All right, yeah, we're all good. So I think we're good if we're staying longer. So as long as you guys have questions, we'll answer them. How does that go? I'll be in Cabo next week. What should I look for? And what for that I can't get in America? Well, Cabo is kind of not a good place to get tequila in Mexico. Because it's a tourist trap. It's gotten so touristy. There's just tourist shops there that sell the really sweet, artificially sweetened stuff. You might be able to find Los Abuelos there, which is Fortaleza in Mexico. It's the same stuff. They just use a different name there. But there's really not a huge selection of good tequila there. You can check out Tequila Town in the marina. I have a timeshare in Cabo, so I go there a lot. But Tequila Town probably has the best selection. If you're just looking for something to drink that you're familiar with, go to Walmart and Costco. They have really good brands there for cheap. And then there's another store called La Europa, which has good too. And that's right next to Walmart. So you can find some good tequila there for cheap that you can sip on in your hotel room or your condo or your timeshare or whatever you're doing while you're in Cabo, if you're just looking for something to drink. But in order to find the really good stuff, you got to go to the not so touristy places to find those, because otherwise they just have all the shops with all the sugary, the Cava de Oro and the Additivo and sugary stuff that they think the Americans really like to drink, which really kind of irritates me when I go down there sometimes. Hombre, do you see the industry becoming more like the brandy whiskey industry, where they're aging longer, having more barrel influence, and worst of all, retailing for much more? No, I don't think so. No, the bourbon whiskey world has just gotten really weird. I don't understand that. I don't see it happening. I think it's going to be different. Yeah, I don't see it happening. All right, I know who you are now. You got it. You know you're always welcome here. You know it. You know where I live. You're always welcome. You're like family. You know that, right? All right, so what Blanco is your favorite? Oh, high proof G408 is my favorite high proof Blanco. My favorite 40% alcohol is probably Lalo. I think Lalo is probably my favorite. I've polished off 6 bottles of Lalo so far. So yeah, the problem with Lalo is that it's so freaking good. Once you open it, half of it's gone. I mean, you literally pop the top. You're like, oh, I'll put a glass. And then next thing you know, you turn around and you're like, holy crap, half the bottle's gone already. And yeah, you feel good, but half the bottle's gone. You're like, oh man, it's $54 a bottle. It's not cheap. And you're like, oh man, half the bottle's gone already. I was hoping to enjoy this for a lot longer. And then, next day you're sitting down watching a little football. You say, oh, I'm going to pour myself a little tequila. You pour a little bit, and next thing you know, the bottle's gone. You're like, I drank the whole bottle in 2 days. What is going on? It is so good and so easy to drink. It's dangerous. So I think Lalo is my favorite regular strength Blanco. Hey, yo, Daddy, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. I enjoy super chats. If you don't know about super chats, if you click on the $ below the chat, you can do a super chat, which your comment stays longer. It gets priority. And then also your money that you submit comes to help fund the channel and what I do here. So just I thought I'd let you know that. So, and I do appreciate the super chat. So thank you so much, Yo Daddy, for the super chat. All right. So let's see what else we got. All right. So what does it say? I have issues with some of the things Facebook does, but I will join your group and DM you. Worth it to you. Good parts of Facebook. Okay, good. Yeah, we have one guy that just joined Facebook to be in our group, and he's very active in the group. He's participating. He's now doing tasting reviews and stuff, and it's great seeing him progress and learning and sharing with everybody in the group. Our group's very friendly. He'll tell you that too. He can comment and tell you that too. Don't worry about any of the other political crap or anything else that goes on. It doesn't happen in my group. I don't let it. And if you see it happening and I'm not able to see it, just flag it, report it, and I'll make sure I address it and take care of it. Yes, there have some great questions here tonight, so it's good. Everyone's been great. I'm new to the channel, but I'm really digging the content, so thank you, Mark. Why did you make the switch from the Jarrito to the Denver Light Glass? Okay, that's a good question. I was actually using the Jarritos for a while, and one of the viewers said, "Hey, have you checked out the new Denver Light Glass?" So I said no, and I went and bought it. And after I bought it, I did a side by side with them with one tequila. And the difference with this glass over what I was able to smell on the nose and how it expressed itself on the palate was huge. So I went to just the Denver and Lively glass and bought more. I've got 4 of them now. And I use that now because I just pick up more from it than I do from the Jarrito. The Jarrito's great. And the Romeo Haristov, the guy that made it's a fantastic guy. He was great. He's no longer with us. And, his loss was saddened me. And I feel for his son that's taken over it. But I do like his son too. We're good friends. I love the Haristovs. And I love what they've done with the glass, but it's just the Denver and Lively glass for me works better for my reviews and I get more flavor from it. All right, I did that one already. All right, so what do you think is the ideal way to age tequila? What kind of barrels, how long, and what do you like? Are you talking at home or are you talking about for the distilleries? Comment, let me know, because there's 2 ways we can go on this question. I could tell you stories about some of the things that have happened to me in off the main street areas of Mexico, but they're not oh jeez. Let's not go there, Cliff, okay? We don't want to hear about why don't you make tequila bottles bigger? You're right when you say they're empty too quick. I'm feeling El Tesoro now. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling good from El Tesoro. The American customs will allow you to bring in is 1.75 liters. That's the biggest bottle you can bring in of tequila. Aging tequila for a very long time would be a disservice to the majestic agave. Yes, that's true. It's not a surplus product compared to other distilled spirits. A taste of agave is I agree with you 100%, Ramos. You hit the nail right on the head. That's why when I look for a good extra añejo or a good aged expression, I want the agave to be forward and to be present, and I want the wood and the agave to do a dance, to do like a nice tango with each other, where they work together in sync with each other and complement each other and really present the dance in a way that you just want to stand up and clap your hands after drinking it. All right. Do you recommend letting tequila rest and open up before sipping? Sure. Yes. And it depends. I mean, A Blanco, you don't really need to do that. You can. But French oak aged, yeah, definitely. When you have an extra añejo that's like, especially in French oak, like San Matias Gran Reserva or the Raysal, pour it in the glass and then sip it slowly. Take like a half an hour to finish what's in your glass. And I swear you will notice that every sip you take is different. The flavor changes. It's fantastic. And it just keeps getting better and better and better the longer you let it sit in your glass and sip it. That's one thing I really love about French oak like Raysal. You can sit with a glass of Raysal, have a cigar, sip a little bit, and then sip a little bit more later, and you're going like, whoa, this is changing. It's really tasting different now. And it takes you on a journey through the glass, which is exciting and fun. So yeah. So I definitely recommend letting stuff rest, sit open. But I'll pour a tequila and drink it straight too, especially if it's like in a bottle like this. It's already open. If it's a brand new bottle, sure. I normally, see in my reviews, I normally swirl it in the glass, give it a chance to get some air into it, open up. We look at the the coating on the glass and see if there's tears and stuff when I do the videos. There's a method to the madness. I'm getting some air into the tequila and I'm letting it open up a little bit, and express itself before we jump into it. So that's the reason why I do all that stuff. Hey, Jose, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. You're all part of the Tequila Hombre family. And these super chats really help in paying for my streaming fees and all that other stuff. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Your glasses are pricey. I was going to buy a couple. Discovered I had some good nosing glasses. Yeah, well, they're $40. I found them at a place a little less expensive, and it through K&L Wines in San Francisco, and they ship all over the place. But I found them for like $33, I think it was. So I bought them from them, and I like them, so I think they're worth it. And for me, it's an investment because I spend sometimes $80 to $100+ on a bottle of tequila, and I think it's worth spending at one time $33 or something for a glass that's going to really allow me to get the most out of that $80 to $100+ bottle of tequila, or sometimes $250, $300, $500 bottle of tequila. I want to get the best experience I can, and this class gives it to me. So I don't mind paying the price for it. So I know some people do, and that's okay. Distilleries, some use new oak. Oh, okay. It all depends on what kind of flavor profile they're looking for. I don't really say that they should do it a certain way. I like them all. I like stuff that's done in new oak. I love stuff that's been done in bourbon barrels and cognac barrels. And I mean, it's more about being taken on a journey with the flavor profile than it is about, saying that they should just use one kind of barrel. New American oak, it has a different flavor profile to it. Like you taste the 123 organic. He uses new American oak toasted barrels for the 1, 2, and 3. And because it's toasted and because it didn't have bourbon in it beforehand, because he doesn't want to adulterate the lifeblood, the soul of the tequila, which is the agave, and he toasts the barrels because he wants the natural oils from the wood to come out, which toasting does more than charring it and burning the crap out of the inside of it, which gives you that smoky, sometimes smoky flavor, which is great in a bourbon, but I just don't think it works that well for a tequila. So instead you get more of the natural wood flavors and more of the vanilla natural. See, vanillin is an actual compound that's in wood, and that's what gives it the vanilla flavors. Is a compound called vanillin, which of course you figured vanilla and vanilla, right? But it also can give you caramelly, because caramel is just caramelized sugar, right? And so it can give you caramel in it. You can get chocolate from it as well. Some beautiful flavors from American oak. And if you toast it, it expresses itself a lot more. So like when I do home aging projects, I actually buy barrel staves from a winemaker that are toasted, and they and then I chop them up and use them in jars for aging. I don't use barrels myself, but sometimes I'll soak them in bourbon. I'll have like a Buffalo Trace. I'll soak them in or something like that if I want a little bit of a bourbon flavor, a bourbon barrel aged experience with it. So I change it up because I enjoy different flavor profiles and I like different things. So I like that they kind of play around with it. And I like that places like La Altania are going to play around more with barrels. I appreciate them doing that, and it gives me more of a things to experience. I was so excited to finally get Tapatio 110 after hearing so much about it. However, after trying it, I was disappointed. Not buttery at all. A strange smoky flavor. Prefer Pasote. Yeah, you know, it's different. I find it to be more vegetal, so it has more for me like a jalapeno kind of flavor to it because of the vegetalness to it. But yeah, everybody doesn't like the same thing, so it's perfectly fine that you don't like it. And Pasote is a completely different flavor profile, so I get it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy Pasote, but I enjoy Tapatio too for what it offers. You know, I accept it for its flavor profile and understand what it's about and appreciate it for what it's about. I'm talking a lot. All right, tired of fools. Mark, you had mentioned that your wife is a fan of Chardonnay. El Migo Chardonnay twisted is from Argentina, but available here in the U.S. is simply me. I'll have her check it out. She is a Rombauer fan. So if it's like Rombauer, where it's got that buttery Rombauer kind of taste to it, she'll be all over it. But yeah, I'll look it up and I'll see if it has a buttery flavor profile that she likes. Then she'll be very happy with that. I'll get her. 2 questions. Does your wife enjoy tequila too? And when will we meet the tequila mujer? My wife does not like tequila. And I don't think you guys will ever meet the tequila mujer. So sorry. All right, so where and how did the name Tequila Hombre come from? Is there a funny story with? Yeah. Yeah, actually, there is kind of a funny story to it. When I was in college, in a fraternity, I studied radio and television broadcasting. I worked as an on-air radio personality. So that's why I have such a great mic presence when I do these videos. And I have a face made for radio, so it's not really made for television. But I worked mostly radio. And so I used to bring all the music for our fraternity parties. And when I introduced to people, they would always say, "Oh, this is Mark. He's the music man." So I opened up my own business. I run a wedding and event DJ business here in Los Angeles, where I am a full-time wedding and event DJ, and my business name is Music Man Event Professionals. And then when I was brewing, I was a national champion home brewer. I started a club that went from just me as a member to over 250 members. I won a national championship in home brewing. I have a brewery in my garage. I still have the brewery there. I still make beer. And when people refer to me, they refer to me as the beer man. So when I got into tequila and I was thinking about, okay, well, what should I call my channel? It had to come in line with everything else, being the beer man, being the music man. So I said, I'm going to be the tequila man. So that's how the Tequila Hombre came about. So it's that's the story. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Brandon. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Yeah, that you used to drink. Yes, I did used to drink bourbon, and I wouldn't say my palate changed. I'd say just I found tequila and fell in love with all the different flavors that it had compared to the bourbons that I was drinking before. I grew up in Ohio, so we had all that good Kentucky bourbon not too far away. And so I grew up with, drinking all kinds of bourbons, and I've got still a bunch of bourbons in the pantry that I don't drink anymore. Instead, I use them to age my tequila in. I use them for seasoning the oak. So it's like I'm aging them in tequila barrel and whiskey barrels. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. And thank you for watching the videos and being part of the tequila channel, Tequila Hombre family. All right. So what's your most cherished tequila in your collection? And is there a new tequila that you've been itching to try but just haven't been able to get a hold of? What is my most cherished bottle? I think the most cherished bottle right now is the Cascanes Extra Añejo single barrel 100 proof that I have. It is so good that I don't sip it anymore because I'm waiting for it to come in because I don't want to be without it. I like it so much. I'm waiting for them to get it in so I can get my bottle, so I'll have another bottle. But it is so good. And if you haven't seen the video, make sure you look at the review on that. It is the most amazing extra añejo I have ever had, especially like American oak aged. Ridiculous. And yeah, it's expensive. It's $500 a bottle, but I think it's worth it. I mean, I've spent $200 for stuff I didn't really like. So $500 for something that's raised the bar to this level. Yeah, that's the most cherished in my collection right now. Have you tried the Reserva de los Gonzales? Yes, it is a go. It is a go. Matter of fact, it's over there. I'm not going to disconnect for that, but I do have the Reserva de Gonzales. Anytime I go to Mexico, that is the #1 bottle to get that you can't find in the U.S., but they won't have it in Cabo, unfortunately. I don't think, I've never seen it in Cabo. You can get it in Guadalajara. You can get it in Tijuana, Rosarita. They have it there. I haven't seen it in Cabo yet. So, but yeah, Reserva de Gonzales. I pick up the Blanco, the Repo, the Añejo, and the Extra Añejo when I go to Mexico. I come back with them. They're great. And actually, Lalo, the guy that makes Lalo, that's his family. They make the Reserva de Gonzales as well. 31 years married, and I find more reasons to love my wife every day. Her drinking my Blancos is not one of them. Just kidding. It's another reason. Yeah. Keeper. She's a keeper. She likes tequila, and she embraces your drinking and collecting of them. By all means, keeper. She's a keeper. Yeah. Mine, she walks into my room and she says,
every time I walk in here and look at all this tequila, the only thing I can think to myself is, this is really disgusting. And then she
stomps out. And I'm like, honey, I have a bottle of Rombauer on the car for you. And then she goes,
oh, well, I guess it's not so bad that you like tequila. So, I love you.
And I go, I love you too, honey. And then we're all good. As long as she's in her wine, and I'm fine with my tequila. So, but she thinks I'm sick. She looks at the amount of tequila I have in this room and she thinks I need help. And maybe she's right. Maybe I do. I don't know. Mark, we had better let you go soon. Almost 2 hours of talking with us takes a toll. Yeah, it does. My voice is going out. So that's true. My husband is your biggest fan. He got into tequila after what? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Myra. I'm glad he's a fan. Tell him I said thank you, and I'm glad that you're watching as well. Everybody's welcome, and we love everybody. You know, if you love tequila and want to learn, I'm here to help. It doesn't matter, you know, anything. It just, if you're a person and you're nice and you treat others nice, you're welcome here, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions and help you learn about finding good quality tequila. All right, yeah, I think Cliff is correct. We're coming up to 2 hours for this episode, you guys. I've had a blast. I hope you did too. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the great questions. And those of you that were in here early for my secret, let me know if you're interested. I know Cliff's going to be hit me up. So, I appreciate you guys. All right. So, random comment. The tequila community you've created here is great. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy it, Ramos. I love having you here, and we're all a community. We're all here to help each other, and I see people answering other people's questions here as well, which I think is awesome that you help each other out. I'm here every Monday for Q&A for 4:00 p.m. Pacific time, and don't forget Wednesday, I'm having David Ravandi from 123 Tequila here with me. He's fantastic. His tequila brand is fantastic. You guys, it's going to be a great episode. So make sure you come and make sure you watch and ask great questions for him. He's a little concerned that some people were going to be mean to him and stuff. I told him that's not the way our community works. So we're going to ask him great questions. We're going to learn about his tequila brand and learn about him. And we're going to have a good time sipping some. I'm going to have some 123. You can see them all lined up right here. Tequila. I'm going to have some here sipping, and it's going to be a fantastic time. So I hope you guys will join me. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. East Coast time on Wednesday here on YouTube. All right. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in and spending 2 hours here. I know it's been a long time. Hey, Cliff, I may have been pulling your chain and picking at you a little bit, but I'm just having fun, right? We're all friends. So, you guys, thank you so much. It was a great night, and I hope you guys learned a lot. And there's always more to learn, so I look forward to learning from you, as well as you sharing your experiences with me as well. And like I always say, until Wednesday night, where I'll see you live again, life is too short to drink bad tequila. Salud.